gentlemen, welcome back to the Dog Talk Podcast with Dr. AJ and Dr. MJ. What's going on, brother?
Good to see you, man.
How you doing, man?
I like your scrubs.
I like your scrubs.
They look good.
I know.
We match. You know the problem
We
is
are
we
matching
look
today.
too much alike, and patients are already confused. And if we wear the same color,
But I'm trying to understand why patients get confused, though.
I don't think we look nothing alike.
Yeah, I think I'm way better
I think we
looking
should
than
do a
you are.
survey, and if we can see if people think we look alike or not.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Let's do a vote. Who's better looking, AJ or MJ?
You don't want to do that, bro.
Why not?
Because it's
Why
gonna
not?
hurt your feelings, and I don't want to go down
You
that
know what?
path.
You know what? If you win, I'll be happy for you. Okay?
If you'd be happy for me, you wouldn't say
You're
that.
not gonna win, but
Okay.
if you do win, I'll congratulate
We'll see.
you
Okay.
on the next episode.
I
Deal?
appreciate it. Yes.
Okay,
The only
fine.
person that would say you look better than me is your wife, and that's it. Maybe mom, actually.
Mom. Yeah, mom will definitely say that.
So what's our topic, my man?
Today we're gonna talk about retirement.
Dad's close to retirement.
Bro, dad is like he's gotta be ready, bro.
And I think this is what. So AJ and I were talking, and we were like, "What is one topic that a lot of patients want to talk about and are kind of like struggling with?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't get prepared for it. It's hard,
Yeah.
retirement.
Bro, it's a full commitment and plan that you need to kind of establish years before you actually retire, and that's the
Like I
problem.
feel like
with it.
nobody really feels like they're ready for retirement.
Well, I don't think anybody ever is, unless you're filthy rich, and then you can retire whenever you want. It doesn't matter. But realistically, the majority of the people, work for companies, have a pension, have a 401k, have a retirement plan. I think the most important thing is to make sure that whatever company you work for is ask for what kind of benefits they have for retirement.
Agreed.
That's a simple question.
The people don't like to think long term,
Yeah.
so they say live for the moment. I agree with you.
Because
You know, like
everybody thinks
you
they're
should-
immortal.
You can live for the moment, but if you
Yeah.
don't prepare for the future, you're gonna have to deal with it.
You
Which
have
I
to.
see it a lot with a lot of patients.
Yep.
They barely can make it to the appointment because they don't have gas money
Yeah.
and they're retired
Exactly.
and they're
Well,
getting a little benefits. It's just a really tough situation to be in.
They're all on fixed income. The majority of patients are on fixed income and Social Security. So this is something that we have to talk about. And I think that we start out with the basics, right? Which is savings. Save as much as you can.
Agreed.
Whether it's a 401k plan, whether it's you put $100 every paycheck or $50 every paycheck, put it to the side. Whatever you can save, save. Now, a lot of people are unable to save, unfortunately, with inflation and with gas prices and how life is just, how it is. So that's the secret is you reach out to your company and ask them what kind of benefits they have, like retirement plans and stuff. So
I agree. And we looked up a few things that we wanted to talk about, like how long does what's the average of a person retirement, right? How long?
I think it really depends. I don't think it's on average people, 20 years. You need to
That's
be,
what I was saying, yeah.
you need to be, financially stable to support yourself or a family or a wife or a husband for 20 years. So that's kind of the number. So you can sit there and calculate it and figure out how much money I need for 20 years. If I live,
I see what you're saying. So you're saying calculate it as if obviously it's different. Somebody can retire and die 2 years later, and
of
somebody
course.
can live 30 years. Somebody can retire at 40.
But 20 is the number that
plan
on
for
average
20.
for
so
20
how much
years.
you need monthly
Exactly.
for 20
What are you going to
years.
spend? Are you going to eat out? Are you going
And
to
don't
travel?
change too much of that, right?
Well-
That's what happens. You retire, you got some money. you
Yeah,
spend it,
exactly.
you're
Exactly.
done.
They spend it, and that's the biggest problem that we got. But what I'm saying is, in general, is if you sit down and you say, you know what, I need $2,000 to $3,000 a month. Well, you can figure that out depending on your salary, depending on your savings, etc. Right?
Calculate it and how
Calculate
long
it
over
down
20
here.
years.
But now certain things are going to come up. The car went bad. Something happened. And you need to get a new car. Well, see, that's an expense that you might not be prepared for. So you need to have a little bit of, extra money to say this is for emergency, this is for miscellaneous, etc. Yada, yada, yada.
No, I agree. I personally think the hardest thing of retirement is, we talk about this all the time, is empty nest syndrome.
Oh, yes.
I feel
yes.
like
that's the scariest part, to be honest
every
with you.
single patient I have deals with this empty nest syndrome. Can you kind of tell me what empty nest syndrome is for the followers and kind of explain it?
It's basically just feeling like, just like it explains itself. It's empty nest syndrome. Maybe the kids are grown, they're moved on. You have a purpose when you have children, right? You have a purpose that,
You dedicate your whole life to them.
My life is dedicated to making sure this child is fed, has enough food, goes to school, etc., has a job, and then after they have their families of their own, and all of a sudden, you and your spouse will look at each other and say, hey, now what, right? So empty nest syndrome is
That's
real.
where problems start. I feel like marriage problems starts
Well,
not everybody, but it causes issues
It
because you're
really-
used to it.
It depends on the individual, MJ. It really depends on that person. When you retire, if you have a good relationship, the problem is that if you're thinking you're going to sit and watch TV all day, okay,
Disaster.
it's a disaster, both mentally and physically for your health as well, right? So there's a list of things you can do when you retire that if you prepare for it,
I agree. Prepare.
it's all preparation.
Yes. Don't
right?
just wait. I retire today.
I'll
What am I
figure
going to
it
do
out.
tomorrow?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
don't.
It doesn't work like that.
And that's the whole point of this podcast. For
Yes.
the people that are listening, that are getting close to retirement,
Yep.
we want to help you get through this.
Yeah,
You know, and
absolutely.
if you have empty nest syndrome, you should be prepared on things that you enjoy, and also writing a list of hobbies that you like.
Yep.
And one of the problems that Dad has, like I said, his dad's getting close to retirement, is hobbies. Dad, what hobbies do you have? And
Yep.
don't tell me just gardening.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
everybody likes gardening. Well,
Yes,
not everybody,
yes.
but like that's the one thing
The majority
that
of people, the majority of my patients garden.
in Florida, it's
Yeah.
98 degrees
Yeah.
all day. We're not
Every
going to
day.
garden until sunset
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
early in the morning. So you gotta have
Exactly.
another hobby, and
Yeah.
sitting on the couch and watching movies is not a hobby.
It isn't. So let's track back a little bit and say so. Retirement, first question mark, right? Retirement, pension, investments, savings, etc. You've got it all planned out. That's the most important thing. That's number one.
Yep.
Right? After that, let's say you reach 62, 65, whatever, whenever you want to retire. I have some patients that retired at 55, depending on their financial status. It really depends. Or if you have a disability and you can't work anymore, so you're going to retire early, right?
All the crypto people, their
Yeah,
retirement went up a little bit. They were thinking,
It's skyrocketed.
when crypto was high,
I
they're
know.
all like, I'm going to retire
I
at
know,
40.
everybody-
Now
yeah.
they're saying, I'm going to retire at 80.
Yeah,
Times have
exactly.
changed. That's
It's
why you got to be
times change.
prepared.
100%, 100%. And it's the basics, savings, investments, pensions, 401k, retirement plans.
And for
you
the
need
young
that.
ones, this is what I'm talking to you guys. I'm looking in the camera and letting you know now. Be prepared early. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that you don't fall in this situation. And then also, if you're prepared, you got your pension, you got your saving, you got retirement, and you developed your hobbies. You don't fall into that situation where like my kids left, I'm depressed, I don't
exactly.
know what to do.
Exactly.
All I did was spend time with my kids. No, you need to start learning what you love about yourself, what things you like, not
I
only what your
agree.
kids like.
100%. That's fact.
Well, you got 3 kids, so that's why I'm telling you, you got to prepare.
It's hard. You got to prepare for them also. Like I'm trying to, college funds and stuff like that. But realistically, I also got to think about my future with my wife as well. So we
Yeah.
got to think about, our retirement plan.
Agreed.
But the second step to after, let's say you've got all your books in order, you got your savings, you know exactly how much you need to retire, and you're ready. But that doesn't mean really much because, yeah, the money's there. Yeah, you'll pay for your bills. But what are you going to do with your time?
I know.
Is the question,
That's
right?
what it's really money is the first step. But
Yeah.
there's also, let's say you have the money.
Yeah,
What are
money's
you gonna
there.
do?
Then what? What are you going to do? So you'll travel. You traveled everywhere. Okay, now what? Spent the year traveling the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
Also, and this is kind of, I'm throwing it off topic a little bit because I had a patient tell me about this. We also don't want to save all your money and do nothing your whole life. And then you get retired and you don't know what to do because all you've done is work.
Yeah.
I had a
yeah.
patient, very wealthy. He was just telling me he worked in Wall Street his whole life. Okay. Every day, 7 days until he got older.
Yeah.
He bought a yacht.
Yeah.
And the yacht is on the water. He has severe
Nice.
osteoarthritis in his knees. He has spinal stenosis in his
Yep.
back. He can barely walk.
Can't do anything.
He looks up to the yacht, says, wow, that's beautiful. He got a young wife up there. He
Yep.
got his kids partying. He could not walk up the yacht.
Wow.
Started having severe pain. And all he thought about was, I wasted my whole life
Busting my butt.
busting my
Got
butt.
arthritis.
And I can barely make it on the yacht that I bought. So
Bought, yep.
money doesn't always buy you happiness either.
Fact.
So you
Fact.
got to learn how to balance. You don't need to work every day of your life, but you need to be prepared. If you can be prepared without having to work that hard, that's okay too.
Yeah. But see, that's materialistic, right? It comes down to that financial standpoint. But you had a point with his arthritis. If you're not healthy, you're not gonna be able to enjoy that
You
retirement
should
that
stay,
you want.
again, prepare the health too. Health is more important because
That's number one. That's
if you die, then it doesn't point.
It doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You could have $100 million in the bank. It does not
Doesn't
mean
benefit
anything.
you. It might benefit your family,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
it doesn't benefit
It's not
you.
going to benefit
Yeah.
you. So that's
Sorry,
our,
I cut you off. So you were saying points. Okay.
no, you got it.
talking-
Retirement, pension, funding. Figure out how you're going to fund it. Now let's talk about hobbies. Let's talk about what to do next. So
I like the list you wrote.
you like the list that I
No,
wrote?
because I'm like, in my mind, I'm checking off what Dad likes and what he doesn't
I know.
like. And
I
I
know,
saw
but Dad-
I saw 60 things, and
I
all I
know.
saw is gardening. Nothing
I know,
else.
I know.
Not
That's
biking,
dad.
not
That's all he
fishing,
loves to
not
do,
nothing,
though.
yeah.
But I'm trying to get him to walk more. I'm trying to get him into the gym. So we're both working on that, but that's okay. But hobbies, catch up to your podcast. If you like podcasts, go on YouTube. Check out the Doc Talk podcast.
Subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe to our channel.
Follow our Facebook,
Facebook, YouTube,
Instagram,
Instagram.
everything. Please,
Why are you
guys.
cutting me off?
I'm
Why
sorry.
you
My
stop
bad,
cutting
my
me
bad.
off? You always do that.
He's the older brother, guys. There's nothing I can do about
me
it.
off.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
stop coming off. Coming
I
off again, we're gonna
apologize.
box.
We won't do that. I
Yeah,
promise
okay,
you.
no
The
boxing.
followers would love that, though. We should do a boxing match.
That's not gonna
How
happen.
many
I'd whip
people
your
want to
ass.
see me and AJ box?
Oh
All our
my God.
followers.
Okay, so there's too much. So first
Let's
of all,
not
who's
box.
better looking?
Mom's
She's
freaking
not
out
gonna
in the
like
background.
it. She's not gonna like it.
No,
Plus,
no,
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So gardening. That's all I think about because I'm thinking about my parents and all of our
Gardening,
patients.
and that's it.
It's like you tell them to exercise, they get angry or pissed off. Like, wow,
My
I
patient
haven't
says,
exercised in 20
I
years.
exercise all day. I did
Yeah.
a whole garden. That's not exercise.
That's activity.
That's activity.
That's activity.
Not
I'd rather
exercise.
that you I'd rather that you be active
Yeah.
versus being sedentary and watching TV all day. Fine,
Agreed,
garden.
agreed,
If you're not
agreed.
going to exercise, for the love of God, just go garden. That's
Yes.
fine. But if you do want to have a healthier lifestyle, you want to feel better, you want to be more energetic, maintain your weight, reduce the risk of diabetes, reduce the risk of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, figure out a hobby that allows you to be active and increases your heart rate.
So you said all those examples, right?
Yes.
I'm going to come to you. I'm a patient.
Yes.
Say, Dr. Jabawi, I worked my whole life.
Yeah.
I don't have a hobby.
Yeah.
What do you tell him? I don't have a hobby. I'm depressed. I'm at home. I have nothing to do.
That's an excellent question. You know what I was first thing
Because
I would
that's
tell
what they
them?
do.
What do you like?
I don't know what I like, Dr. Jabawi.
Okay. How about we try different skills? Try
Yeah.
something. Let's pick up swimming. Let's pick up reading different books.
Yeah.
Painting. Learn an instrument.
It's never too late.
Nothing's ever too late. You have, on average, 20 years. For the next 20 years, you're at home.
I have a 104-year-old that golfs 3 days a week.
Golfing. Go golfing 2 or 3 days a week if you could afford it, of course.
Yeah.
Right?
And it doesn't always have to be expensive. Like I go, I take my kayak and I go fishing. It costs
Yep.
nothing.
Nothing.
It's my favorite thing in the world. And I'll spend 6 hours.
Exactly. Meditation, yoga,
Dr. Maria will tell
exercise,
you.
cycle, get a bike, go ride a bike, ride across the veterans. It's beautiful. Miles of trail.
The question for you is, what if the patient is unable to stay active? Like, they have really bad back problems, knee issues. They can't walk. They can't exercise.
Yeah.
What do you recommend?
Great question. So first of all, when you retire already, you got to make sure you follow up with your primary care doctor. That's an obligation, right? At least twice a year. Follow up with your doctor. Have pain control. You have two different types of patients. Patients who hate medications, right?
Yes.
But they're in agony, in chronic pain, and that's why they can't exercise. I'm quite different. I try to figure out a way to control the patient's pain and keep them active.
And everybody has a baseline.
Yeah, bro,
You're never going to get to a zero.
It doesn't matter because
Yeah.
why? Because it's wear and tear,
Yeah.
MJ. It's gonna happen. Arthritis will happen.
Yeah, you can't-
Tears,
it's very
ligaments,
difficult.
muscle pain. It's gonna happen. Specifically, if you don't exercise, if you don't stretch, you're gonna have pain. Whether you like it or not, you could be the best patient with no other medical complications or problems, but you will have pain because back pain will
It
happen.
happens. Yeah.
Joint pain will
So
happen.
what do you tell them?
That's exactly what it is. The only way to really prevent it is to suffer just a little bit through the pain with exercise to strengthen your muscles.
And it takes time, even at a young age. If I just start working out right now, it's going to take me a month before the soreness goes away.
Of course.
So it doesn't matter.
No,
And
your body's not going to take care of you if you don't take care of your
100%.
body.
And
Simple
you
as
could
that.
also, what I always tell patients is you could start with a diet.
Yeah,
If you're not, you can't get physically active.
Yeah.
Start a diet, lose some weight. Once you lose the weight, you have less weight on your joints, and then you can start getting a little bit. I'm not talking
Perfect.
about run.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. We don't have to always run, get on a treadmill,
Yeah.
do the elliptical, swim.
I have a patient
Cycle.
that's amputation bilaterally, and he
Yeah.
has a bike with his arms.
Yeah.
And he goes and rides.
He's probably
the
got a
bike.
great upper body
He has a
strength.
great upper body, and he
feels good.
enjoys life.
Yeah, absolutely. Why? Because he loves to do that.
100%.
And you know what? You can try maybe 100 things, and you might not like what it is, but try 101.
And that's
102,
why
keep
the
trying.
things that you named, you talked about gardening, cooking, reading, biking, swimming, volunteering.
That's huge.
Beautiful.
That's huge.
Go volunteer somewhere.
Exactly.
Find something that
Nursing
you like.
homes, retirement homes, etc. There's so many places that you can retire. The VA.
And
you can
another
help
thing
out.
that you mentioned was a bucket list.
Yes.
You got to have some bucket lists, and I think start early for our younger viewers. Have a bucket list early so that when you do retire, you know what to do.
I love that you said that, but you also mentioned earlier something about patients like, well, I worked my whole life. I don't have a hobby, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some people don't have hobbies to add to their
It
bucket
might take
list.
time to sit down and write a list of what things that you ever
Everybody's
dreamt
different.
about.
I don't believe that there's tons of people, but I don't believe that there's people that have nothing that they like. I'm sure that there's certain things that they love. Okay.
Meditation, making friends, going out.
exactly.
I
Go
have
out.
patients that they create like a little group together and they go
Yes.
have dinner together.
Yeah.
They go
Poker.
out
I have
together.
patients that
Poker
play
night,
poker nights.
bingo.
Bingo.
I'm going to play bingo tomorrow night
Exactly.
with my patients.
No,
so-
that's awesome. But
yeah.
see, I would prefer a hobby also to be active. Now, if you exercise, yes, great, have that. But you need to be active. You need to have your heart rate reach that peak of
You
140,
don't use it, it
150 beats.
rusts.
It's gonna go
Rust's
bad.
not good.
It's gonna
Yeah.
go bad. Wear and tear is gonna happen. So you need to strengthen your muscles, and protect your joints. You know.
Just be prepared. Have a game plan. Have a
Yes.
bucket list. Understand what you like. Don't wait till the day of retirement to figure out what you need to do. Figure it out earlier when you're young.
Exactly,
Okay. I know you
exactly.
keep hearing it. Prepare for the future. Prepare for the
Prepare.
future. We're trying to get
It's
you guys prepared.
easier said than done.
Agreed.
MJ.
Agreed.
But realistically, it's not that hard.
Yes.
Yes, it's not extremely hard, but it's not really easy. But
Yeah.
all it takes is a little bit of time to sit down and say, how much money do I need to retire?
And
Am
talk
I-
to your primary care. Patients talk to me about
Of
that.
course,
Doc, I don't
of
know what
course.
to do.
Yeah, well, that's
and
fine.
sometimes you're younger and you can give them some ideas.
Absolutely.
And if you have questions, guys, or any questions on retirement and in a game plan for this, let us know. Comment below. Send us
Yes.
a DM, and we're more
Yes.
than happy to cover it.
Yes, and still, the competition is on. Who's better looking, Dr. AJ or Dr. MJ? Come on, bro.
Let's go.
Come on, bro. Still at it. All right,
Let's
bro.
not do that to each other, man.
It's okay,
I don't want to
bro.
hurt your
Listen,
feelings.
bro, I'm gonna let you know you are better looking.
It's
and
not
I'll give
about
that
better
to you.
looking.
No,
bro.
it's
You have
okay.
A,
I'll give it to you.
You're more beautiful inside.
Thank you. I hate that. That's like the worst thing you can say to me.
You're so beautiful inside.
I hate you so much
Like
right now.
you're way better looking inside.
Thank
Well, the
you.
thing is, I'm getting older now.
Yeah,
and I'm
you are
starting-
older.
I know.
You know what's funny is that patients think that you're older than I am.
I know.
And I'm
I know.
3
I don't
years
know
older
why.
than you are.
I don't know why they think.
My birthday is coming up, so
Yeah.
guys, July 17th is my birthday.
AJ,
Wish me a happy birthday.
July 17th.
Oh, it's
if you
probably gonna
guys
be too
love
late
us,
anyway.
if you guys love us, go on July 17th. Comment happy birthday to AJ, and we really appreciate the love.
I don't know if Jordan's gonna be able to edit it by that time anyway.
Yeah, it's okay.
He's gonna
July
be so pissed at
17th,
me.
guys. Don't forget AJ's birthday.
okay. A happy belated
to
birthday
you.
is okay.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, brother.
Happy birthday, dear AJ.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Appreciate you, man.
Have a great day, guys.
See you next time. God bless. Bye.